The last example, it's a very interesting example. It's the brand mantra created by McDonald's. McDonald's, everybody knows McDonald's. And the first thing will come to your mind when you think about McDonald's is fast food. And for many years, this is the way that McDonald's was presenting themselves. McDonald's restaurants were a place where you could quickly get some, let's call it decent food at a reasonable price. And they were claiming, that was the outside communication, that you wouldn't have to wait for more than a couple of minutes between when you order and when you get your food. It was really, you want some food, you don't have time, go to McDonald's, you'll get what you expect. Over the last year, they decided that, and probably because of the competition, they decided that they had to change the way the customers should see them, which means also the way they should see themselves. And they switch their vision in a way that before, a McDonald's was a place when the success is when you don't spend too much time in it. And they switch it to a place where you enjoy. You want to spend more time in it. You can compare it with Starbucks coffees. The Starbucks coffee shops are basically a place when you can grab some coffee and a donut. So it's clearly a place where you shouldn't spend too much time, just get a coffee, just something to eat and leave. But the way they created their coffee shops, the way they design it, and the way they communicate about it, and what they did, for instance, they were the first places where you could have free wireless at a time where access to Wi-Fi was quite a challenge. Starbucks coffees, they show themselves as a place where you go when you want to enjoy time, being quiet because you want to read a book, you want to do some work, etc. Unlike other fast food restaurants, they presented themselves as a place where you go on purpose just to enjoy time. And that was a good solution also because Starbucks coffees are mostly for urban people, and urban people usually in big cities, they live in a small apartment, they don't have a lot of space, so it was a way for them to go out, still do whatever they want, but socialize a little bit. What McDonald's tried to do was actually to create a picture of themselves, and of course for their employee, about a place where you are going on purpose to McDonald's because you want to enjoy spending time in this place. So when you look at the brand mantra of McDonald's is made of fun, forks, food. Fun is the emotional modifier, and fun speaks by itself. I mean, it's a very strong and clear message about the feeling that people should have. You want to deliver fun. You want to share the fact that you enjoyed your time at McDonald's. Folks, it's also a strong word. Folks, it's not like people. The folks, they are your family, they are your buddies, your friends. So that means that McDonald's is designed or adapted to actually being a place where folks, your folks, will meet. And finally, the brand function speaks by itself. The brand function is actually about food, because at the end of the day, what McDonald's do, what they deliver, it's food. So now we have seen what is a brand mantra, what are the components of the brand mantra. We saw some great example of brand mantra made by some very famous companies. Let's try to give a try to the type of brand mantra we could create if we want to develop a new project. So let's say you stay aligned with the McDonald's fast food restaurant. Let's say that we want to create a new type of fast food. When you associate fast food with the first word that comes to your mind, usually you associate fast food with junk food. So for our project, we'll say, okay, we want to go to the opposite. We want to be different. Instead of being junk food, we want to deliver healthy food. And healthy food will be our descriptive modifier. This will be what makes us different from the competition. Now, we know that the main difference of our fast food restaurant will be that the food we will prepare and deliver will be healthy. As soon as we agree on it, there will be a logical consequences about the way we must behave. So why are we doing this? Why are we creating a healthy fast food restaurant? We do that because we want people to have healthy food. So we care about something else outside from it. So if we do that, we must care about other things. For instance, we cannot deliver healthy food if our resources had a strong environmental impact. So that means that as soon as we decide that the difference of our restaurant of a value will be to be healthy, we come to a business model that must include some other parameters than just being healthy. And that means that the second word of our brand mantra, which will be the emotional modifier, will be sustainable. Because healthy foods can be associated with organic, and sustainability can be associated with taking care of the people, the producers around us. So that means short distribution circuit, a fair price for what we buy. Now we have the emotional modifier, it's sustainable. We have the descriptive modifier, it's healthy. We must come with a brand function. We will be a fast food restaurant, so our function will be to deliver food. But food in that case, it's a little bit too basic, maybe too generic. Because food, you can grab food everywhere. You can grab food in any fast food restaurant. And we want to have customers coming because they want to have a good food, they want to have a healthy food, and of course they want to share the values with us. So we want to create more value to the food we deliver. So for instance, instead of just food, we could choose to use meal, because meal is not food. Meal, it's the dinner, it's the lunch. So it's a time you spend to enjoy your food. So our brand mantra can be for our new type of fast food restaurant, healthy, sustainable meal. Now, something which is very important, it's not a commercial tagline. That means not some message we would communicate. It's something that defines us, define our value, define the reason why we are doing what we are doing, define the way our team is working. So you see that when I define that in 3 words, that will define actually my kind of my full business model, because it means my resources will be from local producers. I cannot use plastics. I cannot use single-use dish, things like that. I must reduce my waste. I must find a way to do that, because this is the message. This is the core message I want to share with my team and also after with my users. So when I define my brand mantra, and when I clearly describe what it is, it's for me, it's not just something that I do and forget it. It's for me a commitment to myself, commitment to my team. That will be how I will share values. And when people will come, when I will hire people working in my restaurant, they will come because they agree with these values. Our fast food restaurant will be defined by healthy, sustainable meal. When we have that, now we can think about what should be the tagline that will create to actually communicate to the outside.